All right, I got about 20 minutes before I go live with Vlad Elkins. You can follow me over at the Elkins Accounting Hour. This is just going through some fan mail that I haven't been able to get through. Please keep me anonymous. After graduating high school, I was interested in economics, but wasn't sure what I would use an econ degree for. Nothing. You would use it for nothing. You would use it to provide the false and completely manufactured with manipulated numbers, reason and rationale for the government to tax people more. That's what you would have used your degree for. While delaying college due to COVID, distance learning, and a few personal issues, I watched some of your videos and realized joining the Navy might be a better use of my time. I was only 2019. I just finished 2 years of training to be a nuclear reactor operator. You're a nuke! And will go to the fleet with 60,000 in savings and investments after going to boot camp with about 400 in my name and practicing minimalism through the training pipeline. I think your advice was helpful as long as China doesn't vaporize me with a missile. So I wanted to give you $200 to make a cool econ related video. Stay cozy, Charles. Okay, so I got to respond to that. I thought it was just fan mail. Let me respond. Just bear with me here, guys. Sorry for my delay. Read this without your name on the fan mail catch up video. What kind of economics video would you like? How about how it's uneconomic to major in economics? Oh, let me know. Best Aaron. Boom, boom. All right. Well, that still stays up there. This is from Alex. Hey, Cappy, just wanted to say congrats on 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm surprised that's not a million yet. Haha. I've wondered about that. I thought I was pretty spot on about some things like, are they throttling me? I don't even know if I really believe in throttling or shadow banning. I think you have great content and analysis. Keep it up, brother. Cheers, Alex. Thank you. Thank you. I guess my plastic trophy comes in the mail tomorrow. So I'm going to have the great one pick it up. And I told him to don't scratch his name in. He says, better I'm going to scratch Chelikin's name in it and mail it back to him. Started writing like your painless format chapter being Irish. Write a book about diagrams. This is more work. This is from Anonymous. My neighbors, this is titled Nice Girl Who Did a Kind Thing for a Guy. My neighbor's wife brought us cookies around Christmas time. I mean, she's a Mormon and has 7 kids, but she's American. You guys keep getting technicalities. You all keep getting technicalities. I want a traditional, not Mormon, not Mennonite, not an obscure Quaker style religion holdover from the 1500s. I want you to show me a modern day, regular old America girl that did something nice within the past 10 years. That's what I want. I think you just don't hear these stories because these people aren't on the internet and they're Mormon. Not at clubs, not out dating. They're 1.7% of the population. Maybe Modern Life John is right. We got to get you to travel. Here's another nice story of a nice lady. My Indonesian Muslim wife puts out food spreads all the time. Of course she does, sir. And gives blowjobs and does nice things for me every day. It's been well worth it to pretend to be Muslim and go to the other side of the planet for a woman. You could get wife material woman in Southeast Asia in 10 seconds. So I'll keep you anonymous. Thank you. I am waiting to be proven wrong. I am not saying there aren't nice women in the world. I am just saying I would like to see modern. I'd like to hear. I know there's one story. I know there's one, but we're having a real hard time coming up with one for modern day American women. But it is good to and just tell your wife she's a wonderful woman on the part of all of us guys who appreciate kind women. I'm going to save that one for later. I might as well read it now we got the time. So this guy is I want to read this. and I not charge him or nothing, because this is very well written. English isn't even his native language, or at least I don't think it is. It's very well written. Not me no get girls, fat me be, how get peen touched. So he wrote something very precise, and he is obviously more educated about the BRICS currency. So let me read through it. Hey, Cappy, one of your Indian dots, not feathers, agents in the field. I just finished watching your BRICS currency video. Here are my thoughts. There won't be a BRICS currency. There won't be any single global reserve currency after the dethroning of the US dollar, at least not for some time. National fiat currency of any of the BRICS won't become a reserve currency. I've been studying BRICS since the last 3 years and have been keeping track of what's going on between all the countries involved. So far, I have not seen any indication or declaration in official BRICS communique dating back to 2012 about establishing any reserve currency or a single BRICS currency. What's actually going on is this. BRICS and other interested companies are making bilateral trade. That was the term I was looking for. Thank you very much. And monetary agreements among each other, like you did in the olden days, so that any two partner countries can eventually conduct their trade in each other's national currency. For example, recent Saudi-China and Brazil-China deal to conduct trade in yuan. Russia-India, Iran-India, India-UAE deal to conduct trade in Indian rupee. Iran-Russia, India-Russia deal to conduct trade in ruble. Russia-China, Russia-India deal to make their national payment system interoperable. India's expansion of its digital payment system to Singapore, UAE, USA, Russia, and EU, etc. Exactly. It may not be an explicitly declared, and it isn't even a world's reserve currency, but they're just going to, and all these bilateral trade agreements, they might even come up with a currency reserve pool. All of these weaken demand for the US dollar by lessening the amount of trade denominated or required to be settled in dollars. And so it will weaken the US dollar as a world's reserve currency. But yes, you're absolutely right. There might be a brief period where currency blocks may form organically and unofficially, where smaller economies in bad shape might start using currency of their economically strong neighbor or stronger trading partner from far away. Now, these developments will take some time to come to fruition. Laws and regulations have to be made. Payment networks and settlement systems have to be designed and tested. Trust has to be established between parties. Pricing mechanisms have to be reconfigured. And right incentives have to be created for shift towards new system. So there is a long way ahead, but this is an intermediate step. Fiats are an abomination. So the next step is to back national fiat by something tangible and then price the goods in units of that tangible thing. This is where gold and Bitcoin comes into the picture. I believe that eventually, say in the next 50 years, trade between BRICS will be denominated in either gold units, Bitcoins, or some other proof of work coin, either directly, a widget/gold unit, or indirectly by creating a gold Bitcoin-backed trade currency unit. Alternatively, or even simultaneously, commodity-producing countries like Brazil, Russia, and Saudis can back their fiat trade token by unit of commodity they produce. I mean, right now, Russia could do what? Gas. Saudis could do oil. This is not a new idea. Weimar Germany had two currencies, gold mark, backed by gold to pay for war reparations, and the other worthless ones that caused the hyperinflation. Obviously, there's going to be a trust issue. Bitcoin, proof of work coins, and blockchain in general will be employed in some form to address these concerns. Again, this is going to be a very slow and long, arduous process. I don't know. Maybe getting cryptocurrency to ultimately back up a fiat currency, maybe. But it would just take Russia and China to start buying up buying gold and silver for their reserves, and then say, hey, it's backed up by this fractional percent of gold. That would, I understand the payment processing and developing all the relationships that it starts to operate like clockwork, but getting I think in all that transactions and trade, inevitably they'll get to that level, and then they're going to say, okay, wait, it's all working here, but what we're really just doing, we're just trading that for this. Well, why don't we cut out that process, and now you're one step closer to an effective world reserve currency, or at least a competitor world reserve currency. The idea that global international trade needs a reserve currency is very recent, right? is an offshoot of the Bretton Woods system, where during World War II, countries decided to make the US dollar backed by gold as a reserve currency and use it as the default currency for international trade outside the communist bloc. Why I'm saying countries, parties involved in the system were all colonial empires, including Japan, USA, and Canada. All the existing countries today were colonies of one of these empires and had no say in the agreement. We all inherited this system after independence and after collapse of the Soviet Union. Former Soviet countries had no choice but to join the existing system. International trade doesn't inherently need a reserve currency. It can be conducted in national fiat or any other monetary unit. Assets can be held in physical form like gold or a monetized token backed by anything tangible. Such has been the situation for almost 5,000 years of international. Man, thank you for writing this. It's just very well written. Be that ancient civilizations, medieval empires, or pre-World War II nation states. I think the BRICS are moving towards that direction. To conclude, I don't see BRICS making their own currency. They, or should I say, we are making a parallel and better monetary system to compete against the existing one. On the same note, as you often wonder why countries just don't trade in their own currencies. Saddam tried that in year 2000. Gaddafi tried that between 2009 and 2011. Draw your own conclusions. Regards. And I'll keep you anonymous because I didn't know if you wanted me to mention your name. PS1, look into CFA Franc. Thanks for reading my previous email way back in November. In one of your fan mail videos, you had some question about the subject matter. I'll write a separate long overdue reply. No, this was great, man. That was a treat. You advanced everyone's thinking here, clarified my own. So thank you very much. I gotta go on with Chad here in a little bit. All right, everyone else, is this junk mail? Ooh, $1 million partnership. Expand my audience with Andrew Tate's little minions emailing me all the time. All right. Any super chats? No super chats? Boom. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.